Welcome to Drumard Farm, Episode 1, with me, Mr. Sealy P. So here I am on Drumard Farm. I am starting exact same position I did when I did the first look map tour. As you can see, I've started a new save game because the nuggets are all there in front of me, and I'm right in front of the yellow farmhouse. This was by far kind of not unanimous, but most people that replied on the first look map tour said, yep, do this map, love to see this map, enjoy the Oldstream Farm, like Law Folds, but this was kind of a, yeah, we want to see this. So here I am, I'm going to do this. I wanted to do this map, and I'm glad kind of people agreed. There may be as many people out there who don't agree, but they didn't, some people didn't voice their opinion, that's up to you. So here I am. The question is, how do I start? What am I going to do? Now, I did think go straight into a gold nugget episode, get the gold nuggets done, out the way, then I've got money sitting there and I can begin the map however I want to, which is an option. I'm looking at the fields I own and what's in what, and I said this on the map tour, there are lots of grass fields. 33 needs something in it, and there's a big expanse next to it which I'm going to have to go and have a look, so there'll be a bit of kind of finding some nooks and crannies and various different things. 34's grass, 27's grass, 32's grass, 9 and 10 are grass, 11 and 12 are grass. We've got a lot of grass fields. So as far as baling goes, I am going to need to do baling and mowing and all the rest of it, because I'm going to need to get feed ready for the animals. When I start doing that, I'm going to need to, I think I'm probably going to start with sheep and crack on with a load of sheep, then gradually move into dairy, etc, etc, because I want to mix up preparing animal feed and stuff with doing fields and that kind of thing. So there's going to be a whole raft of things going on. I do want to do a load of forestry, absolutely. So I'm weighing up all my options of how to begin, and also I want to buy fields, do contracting, all the things you do. It's nothing new, and hopefully as new mods are coming out, I'll be putting, as I do on all my other Let's Plays, I'll be using different mods that come out, integrating them into the farm and what I'm doing. It's a different map, so whilst the actual things you are doing, harvesting fields, preparing food for animals, buying animals, that doesn't change from map to map. You're still doing the same tasks that you do on the other maps, but the maps are different, the terrain's different, how you approach it, the type of machinery can be different. I try to mix up the type of tractors I use, so every map I try and use a different variety of tractors if I can. That's what makes it interesting, and that's what I enjoy about it, is it really mixes it all up. So without me just whittering on for a whole episode about absolutely nothing, 7 and 8 are both ready to harvest. One's got soybean, one's got wheat in. The rest are all grass fields pretty much, but I'm going to go up and have a look at 33 because I'm curious to see what's up there as well. So first things first, I'm going to grab these nuggets. That way I can get the first 10 out of the way. Done. The rest appear on the map. I found 10. Well done. Check your map for locations of the remaining nuggets. Did that on the first look map tour, but there you go, they are in the woodlands, so I will go around and collect those. So if you're watching this and you're curious, often you get that video of where are the first 10 nuggets. There you go, first 10 nuggets done. If you didn't watch the map tour, that's the first 10. That was easy. Where was I going to have a look? That was what I was going to do. Up through the barn. I do like this one, the drive-through kind of version. Access in and out. That's tight. That is pretty impressive. I don't think any of these open and close. I'm going to just put this on for a minute. No, they don't. But it's interesting though that, I mean, that's a tiny space. I'm not quite sure. You wouldn't get a vehicle in there, that's for certain. Anyway, right, where am I going? Up the hill. Could have done this in a tractor really, couldn't I? But hey, let's go for a walk, enjoy the scenery. Now, the one thing I didn't look for or find interestingly. That's the dialogue box for the sheep, and you've got your feed and water over there. I don't know where the wool pallets appear. That's going to be interesting when I get sheep, seeing where the wool pallets turn up. Yeah, don't know where that is, but we will find out at some point. So, what have we got here then? Lots of little farm tracks and interesting places to explore. My first look map tour was by no means an extensive tour of the map. There is so much more going on. This is a huge, just earth expanse. It's, I suppose you could put a barn up here, couldn't you? Stick your barn up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think what I could use it for. I suppose what I could do is plough this field out and just make this a huge field. I own this one already. Why not give myself a big field that I could use? So I could plough it out and make a large field. That might work. What I have also done, which I haven't done in my last couple of Let's Plays, trees to cut down as well. There's plenty of clumps of trees all around this map. You have got the forests, but there are clumps of trees all over the place, which if you want to do a bit of clearing and a bit of forestry and wood chipping, they are dotted around. Yeah, as I was saying, what I have done on this one, if I go across to, no, wrong way, that one, right the way through, I have left periodic ploughing on. I haven't done that for a while. I've left it off because I just found it to be a bit of a pain every now and again. But you know what? Why not? It's not a huge map, it's not a tiny map. I'm going to leave ploughing on. So I will be doing ploughing on this one, which I haven't done for a while. Fertiliser states I'm going to leave at 3 because I just find that more interesting to have to do that as you go along. Plant growth is on fast at the moment, which I think I might put onto normal. Yeah. So yeah, there will be ploughing going on. So I will need a plough, and I might plough out this. I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose this expanse you could just put a massive vehicle shelter, barn. You could stick a hay loft up here. You could put various different things up here. That I just did a guide to the new root crop building by Dogface. Whiz over, have a look at that on my guide to videos. So you could have a few shelters and buildings up here, store your root crops and various different things. Because I was thinking if I buy a lorry, probably one of the man lorries which I normally get, and a trailer, there's not a lot of barn space down at the farm. You're going to need somewhere to put it all. So yeah, that might work up here. I try to, as much as possible, do my thinking process out loud, and that may infuriate people. This is a big field. Wow, I didn't realise when I did the map tour I came through a gate there and had a look there, but this actually comes all the way around here. Wow, okay. Excellent. Yeah, my kind of thought process, I verbalise it out loud, and it's interesting how many people comment and say, I went through exactly the same thought process, I wasn't sure how to do whatever, that's exactly what I thought, or some people are the exact opposite. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea. You know, it's just interesting to see how different people approach and tackle the same problem. And that sometimes it's in an identical manner, sometimes completely different. I'm not sure, in all honesty, whether I'm going to keep the slurry. I am going to keep it. I don't normally do any slurrying to start off with because obviously not having cows or anything yet, until I've built up enough slurry or manure there's no point having them. But if I've got them, it seems pointless selling them. I haven't done manure spreading or slurry spreading on any of my maps yet, only because I think I did it on Goldcrest Valley. My maps, I haven't done a Let's Play for long enough through to have enough manure and stuff to spread. I think law folds I have at the moment, and I have just used manure on law folds for greenhouses, so that'll work. I'm starting to think now that this first episode I'm not going to get a huge amount done. It's kind of looking round and orienting myself with the map and seeing where things are. So yeah, not sure how much I'm going to get done. Okay, I might head over to Drumard, Arable. I went down that lane, didn't I? Yeah. Drumard Arable and grab the harvester and do the soybean harvest, I think, and then maybe then do the wheat harvest. So I've got some wheat like straw swaths, so I can do some baling. I didn't go up here the other day, but this is actually I should have gone up through the track. There we go. The first forest on the left-hand side. And there are nuggets all over the place, but there are, like I say, little pockets of woodland. Not that I've come across the nugget yet. Should have done. According to this, I should be falling over them. That's unusual. Oh, there we go. Might as well grab a few while I'm on my travels. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, up here. A lot of chatting today. I'm obviously in a chatty mood. Oh, there we go, up on the main path. Should have just followed the track. But yeah, woodland left and right. Nuggets just laying around in the ground. That's obviously, you know, I've never actually been to Ireland. I'd love to go. My parents went a few times. And if there are gold nuggets just laying around on the ground like this, wow, I don't know why more people don't go. I'm joking, of course. Beautiful part of the world, I am told. And somewhere I really, really would love to go. Anyway, got this steep bank here. Yeah, so there are a lot of these big open expanses, and I think if you are going to be doing forestry, big space for your vehicles. Like I said, over the other side of the map on the first look map tour, that was the bit of woodland I did go and look at. Nice flat level areas for putting your wood chipper and other bits and bobs. It's great. I really am enjoying this map. Just from doing the sort of the quick whiz around, then doing the map tour, and sort of now doing this, I really, really like this map. The gold nugget hunting will continue as I go around doing things, and what I'll probably do is in one episode I will just finish off. I'll get the nuggets done, and then that'll be it, kind of finished off. I'm sure there are some sort of scattered around in amongst the grass. There we go. What I'm going to do now is head over to Drumard Arable and grab the harvester. I think that's going to be my first job. I've kind of come cross country a little bit, not quite as the crow flies, but you know. Now the header. Where is the header? Don't know if I came across that when I did the map tour. That's the harvester, obviously. Where is the header? Not in there. Or did I? I probably just didn't even notice it when I did the map tour. It has to be somewhere, or I'm going to really struggle to do this. Ah, there we are. Hidden round the back. Right, going at the harvester. Now, my thoughts for this map, as I often build up in a farm, I'll upgrade my harvester to a bigger one with a wider header and that kind of thing. Now, I'm very conscious of the fact that it's a relatively small map, like I said the other day, kind of mid-sized. What I'm thinking of doing, I might get the slightly larger header for this, because this is the narrow one, but you can get away with the next one up, I think, with the pipe. I might get, when I've got enough money, a second smaller harvester. So I'm running 2 harvesters which are both small, rather than a massive one, because as you can see by this yard, there isn't a huge amount of space for moving around, and the roads aren't particularly wide, and I don't want to be moving massive vehicles around. This is not a map for huge machinery. So what I'm thinking of doing is getting a second smaller harvester at some point. That's kind of the plan. I am running crop destruction and the tyre dirt and terrain response, ground response, whatever you want to call it. So I do have to be careful of what I'm destroying, so there will be a lot of row crop tyre use, etc. One thing I have noticed, there is a lot of traffic on this map. It is a busy map with vehicles. He says, waiting for a gap in traffic. There we go. Why did I just do that? Just realised what my error. What an idiot. The gate's directly opposite me. So here's our wheat field, number 8, which is ready to harvest, and field 7, which is just over behind it, is soybean, which is also ready to harvest. So once I get that going, the funny thing is on the map they look tiny, but that's actually not that small a field really. Depends on your perspective really, I guess. I'm thinking these smaller ones I might stick sugar beet in one, potatoes in another, keep it small and compact, or I might just plough the whole lot out. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I do have a tendency to make a decision and then 5 minutes later change my mind completely, because I can always seem to convince myself to do something that I'd already convinced myself not to do. So let's unhook that. You'll notice the grass flattens as I go down, so crop destruction is on. I need to be incredibly wary of that, because a couple of times when I've taken control of machinery from workers, I have flattened crops. Now this is where we have a problem, because sometimes these don't like being taken off, like so. So I'm not a great fan of some of these trailers. Right, I'll try what I've done before. If I open the harvester, no, this doesn't rock back on its suspension, does it? The mess. No. Don't like this header trailer. It is something of a dilemma. Right. Bear with me a second. I decided to go without killing chickens on the way. I decided to come and grab the aggro star. I do like this Deutz-Fahr. It's a nice chunky little tractor. I may upgrade. I think on this one I might have a larger Deutz-Fahr. Haven't had a Deutz-Fahr since Chellington, I don't think. So I might get a Deutz-Fahr. It's a big decision. Obviously you can tell. Now what I'm hoping to do, this may not work, is if I can pull this trailer out from underneath it. It might work, I don't know. And I could just reset the... it does not want to know, does it? Isn't that weird? You've got header trailers that won't work. Okay. Don't think it's going to work. I'll try anything. Cannot get this out. How annoying is that? Yep, does not want to know. Okay. Resort to plan B. There we go, that was easy. Annoying. Not at all realistic. Really frustrating. But I reset it. And we need to go and get a trailer now. Why didn't I bring the trailer up with me? Could have done that, couldn't I? Yeah. Genius. Right. Let's get on with this, shall we? So there is plenty more scope on these fields for planting. Let's put that down a little bit. Now, is the straw swath on? Oh no, it doesn't do it for soybean, does it? What am I talking about? The yield is not going to be great. These haven't been ploughed. I don't think they've been fertilised, so it's going to be quite low. But next crop I get in, I'll make sure I plough it out, get it all ready. And all will be good in the world. There's one thing I really do like about new maps. New maps, new views, new things to see, new scenery, new things to find. It's an exploration. I do like that. I have just discovered something that might be quite frustrating. I'm on the way back to Drumard Arable to try and find the trailer to take back over for the harvester, and the reset point appears to be this field here, which is going to be a little bit annoying, I think. Because driving vehicles in and out of here is going to destroy the grass. I mean, it's not a huge grass field, but it's big enough that that's going to be annoying. We've got a gap there. So that's the reset point. Not that very often I need to reset anything, to be fair, but I love the sound of that tractor. This is one of those ones that you get and you think, you know what, I forgot how much I like these, I might keep it. But then 10 episodes in you think, oh, I need a bigger tractor. You end up selling it anyway. Right, where is this trailer? That's here somewhere. I'm going to get rid of the bale wrapper, I'm going to get rid of the baler. So I'm going to use the Kuhn one. There we go. And it was somewhere. I'm going to use the Kuhn pack DLC, and there we go. Cover off. And I'm going to get a square baler and the square bale wrapper. So I'm going to do square bales. I did think about getting the round baler wrapper, but I want to do square bales. So yeah, I'm going to go with that as the option on this one. if at some point I decide I just want to do a ton of silage bales to make money, then I might well get the Kuhn baler wrapper as well. Again, it's all thought processes buzzing around my head. How am I going to make money on the map? What am I going to do? What's the best option? And that's kind of the best option I could think of. I do have in my settings the camera set to, I think it was, whichever the setting is, it keeps the camera horizontal, so it kind of really gives you a view of the changes in angle and what the terrain's like. I think you can turn that off so it just follows the vehicle instead, but it's a personal preference, it's just the way I like to do it. How are we looking? Right, can I get alongside him this time? I think I probably can. Through the haze. That was quick. Is that all it had in it? 1,240. Wow, that is really low. Okay. Considering I've done what, nearly half the field, 1,240 litres. That is really low. Quickly hopping into the harvester. Yeah, it did empty the tank, so over half the field done, only 1,240 litres. That's slightly worrying, I have to be honest. So I'm getting the first job done on the farm. Like I said, lovely views, great terrain. It's all new, it's all interesting. I'm going to go and first I'm going to check to see if I've got a plough. I'm sure I had a plough. Let's have a look. Did we have one in the? We have got a plough. The Kuhn Vari-Master 153. The question is, whereabouts is it on the farm? I don't know. It appears, after a bit of scouting around, that is in the barn just up to the left there. So let's crack out the JCB. Now obviously the tractors are as is. I haven't actually looked at them in detail to see what level they're at with regard to engine power and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to go into the customization. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that now. Let's just have a look and see what we're playing with at the moment. Customize. It is the 3200 extra, 195 horsepower. We can go to 3230. Oh, so that or 3230. To go to the 3230, £17,500. Wow, that's a big jump. Rim colour to change that. What does that cost? Let's take that back to standard. £400. I'm going to customise it and go with that. Colossal waste of £400, but I do like the yellow on yellow. Anyway, that said, one of those random things you just do when you start off. Customise your vehicles, make them your own. I'm going to grab the plough, which is what I intended to do when I first came over, really. Okay, let's get this out to the field. I'm going to get my first field ploughed, and then that should definitely help with the yield next time. These chickens are going to be the bane of my life. So I'm going to need some horsepower improvements on some of these vehicles, but I can only do that when I've got a bit more money. Okay, let's... don't think this one... nope, don't want to drop it, do I? It was round the right way. So this is going to be one of the ones that it doesn't unfold, I don't think. Just drop it down. Okay, probably need to come over a little bit, I think, though. Are we ploughing? We are ploughing. Excellent. Right, let's try and get a line and start ploughing. It will only become apparent when I go back up the other way how bad my ploughing has been and how much I've actually missed. Actually, it isn't too bad, I'll be honest. Doesn't look too bad, which for me is quite impressive. Never been one for ploughing. I normally get the jimper ploughs because I find them easier to use, but I've got this one at the moment. This is what I'll use until I can afford to get the jimper. I think I might have missed a strip. What I might do is set a worker on this. At least I know it'll be done properly. Not a slightly dodgy job. We'll see how we get on. I had a little bit of soybean already in storage, so I put that in the trailer and come over to Drumard store, Drumard grain, whatever it's actually called. I need to check actually on the map to see which one is paying the most. Soybean Drumard sale area 2 is paying the most. So if I just open the cover, Drumard sale area 2, there we go. It's not going to make a huge amount of money. 14,000. I only had about 6,000 litres in there, so that's not too bad. Bit of money to add into what we have. The ploughing is continuing on. I haven't got used to the actual field numbers yet. On field, I'm going to look now. Field 7. Field 7, the ploughing's continuing. Field 8, I'm ready to do harvest on wheat and leave some straw swaths behind. There are more gold nuggets to collect and various different things we can be cracking on with. But that is the end of episode 1 on Drumard Farm. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been interesting for me anyway, going around having a look at some of the new places, and I'm sure we'll explore far more of this map as we play through the Let's Play. If you like the episode, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, or 3, it's up to you. And if you want to share the video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, thanks for watching.